snake breeding. How'd you get into that?
Jumping right into it, huh?
I mean, you got to pay the bills somehow. And, if you have a talent.
You're a big snake nerd, like I am, and you find out that you have snakes that are interested in one another. Who are you to stop them?
That's true. What have you learned in your musical career to this point?
I learned so much on how to be a performer, and I started to think that I had it and didn't really have a whole lot to do, to learn on the actual stage performance side of things. Mm-hmm. I went into it thinking I'm going to learn more how to sing properly. And so far, a lot of the stuff that's been really valuable to me has been the stage performance side of things. It's been how I can better stand on stage and not look like I'm hiding behind my guitar.
When it came to the blinds and your song, who turned around for you?
So during my blind song, totally confident going into it and kept playing and nobody turned, right. And kept playing and nobody turned. And then my confidence started to shatter. And then I picked up the pieces and put it back together. Thankfully, because in the last 5 or 10 seconds, Kelly and Gwen turned around, and I had a flood of adrenaline that just left me. And I kind of blacked out in the moment and just went, oh, I'm so glad it happened.
Is it hard to be up there singing, doing your song, and you're trying to focus on lyrics and all the music part of it, but it's like they're not turning, you're trying to talk to yourself while you're singing it. How do you focus on the song?
I'm glad it worked out because I did not focus on the song at the halfway point. I was just having this internal dialogue going back and forth with hey man, you got to get your head in the game. I don't even know how I got to the end of it.
Now, when you went into this, was there a particular judge or coach that you thought may suit you best, and if they turn, you'll pick them?
I was hoping for either Kelly or John.
When it comes to your coach, what has Kelly taught you that you didn't know about yourself?
Kelly's taught me to not be so safe. Like I said before, I feel like I went into my battle a little too safe. I mentioned standing on stage without a guitar and not hiding behind it. That was a big one that she helped me get out of my shell on and helped me push for those higher notes. She mentioned in my blind, I just wanted to see him go higher. So she made sure to get that out of me for the battle.
There's a lot of singing reality shows out there. Some are bigger than others, and some you get more exposure on than you would other TV shows as well. Why did you choose The Voice as the one you wanted to do?
When I was 18, I tried another one. And I don't know if you're catching on to a trend, but my big concern with all of these is that I'm going to lose some part of myself and not be the artist that I want to be. I'm going to be the artist that somebody else chooses for me. So I tried out for one of these other shows, didn't go through, and kind of felt disillusioned by it, and had a sour taste about all the shows for the longest time about it. But I did a commercial with Jennifer Hudson 2 years ago, and this is when she was a coach for the U.S. version of The Voice.
Right.
And she really made a strong case for why I should do it. And it just sat there in the back of my mind for a couple of years. And finally, I don't know what it was that turned it for me, but I was like, I think I got to give this a try.
At this level, everyone is good. I mean, how do you separate yourself from everyone else when it comes down to basically a popularity contest, when it's public voting? What do you have to do to make yourself more meaningful than everybody else on this show?
John Legend said I needed to sell the emotion better. I think with kind of my Southern soul, white boy R&B kind of thing, I think if I can nail down the selling the emotion side of the song, I'm going to have one of the more unique sides of the music on the show. And there aren't a ton of people like me. You got Shane, but we're approaching it entirely differently of the white boy soul. Yeah, I think that combined with maybe bringing on the guitar for a little bit more and doing some jazz stuff with the guitar, set myself apart from the others.
Well, Alex, we wish you the best of luck, and if it doesn't work out, you always have your snake breeding career to fall back on. So,
worst comes to worst.
That's right. All right, thanks, Alex.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.